Welcome to RaidGuides.com's video guide to Windlord Mel'Jarrak in Heart of Fear on 10-man normal difficulty. My name is Arch and I will be guiding you through this encounter. This one's quite different to any previous bosses as well. Sort of two-phase fight, so to speak. Phase 1, you will be fighting the boss plus all of his minions. Now, there is 3 different types of ad and 3 of each type. Now he's got a buff at first which allows you to crowd control 4 minions. You can have 4 crowd controlled at any one time. Beware. We decided to have 2 Battle Menders crowd controlled, 1 Blade Master crowd controlled and 1 Amber Sapper. Now if you don't have a good crowd control ability, like mine's not the best, there are 4 weapon racks that spawn at the beginning towards the back of the room where you can click on that and you will get this extra action button for an impaling spear. This CCs them for 50 seconds. So you probably want to use those because it's quite a long CC. Now each ad has a different mechanic. Blade Masters will fixate on a target and attack them one after the other for 160,000 damage each. So I'll just go bang 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 if there's 3 of them, but there's only 2, so ours just bang bang 160, 320,000. If it's a tank, you know, well, it probably will be a tank, I'd imagine. Cooldowns, no worries. Amber Trapper, they will periodically trap somebody in amber, like on my left, as you can see, Amber Prison. If you're too close to somebody else, you will also prison them, and you both get stunned. Beware. Now it's very easy to break it, you just simply have somebody else click it. However, when you click it, you get residue, which means you cannot free somebody for 2 minutes. So it can get quite tricky, which is why you want to make sure you never have 2 people getting trapped, because you will run out of people to free you very quickly. Beware. They also do this poison corrosive resin puddle shit. Gives you a debuff, and then it just spawns poison puddles around you, so you just got to run away and drop them, you know, in a good place. And then finally, Battle Menders. As you can see there, look, corrosive resin, just run around and drop the puddles. Finally, Battle Menders. These are the ones we took 2 out of the fight because they're annoying. They will cast 2 abilities. One is Mending, which heals an ad or a boss for 35% of their health. That's quite a lot. The second ability is Quickening. Now they'll cast this, it needs to be either interrupted or dispelled, but it casts it on every single ad and boss, and it increases their damage and haste, or just their haste, can't remember, by like 35%. So this needs to either be interrupted, or purged, or spell stealed, or mass dispelled, something, but it has to be gone as quick as you can, otherwise you're going to really get fucked in the butt by these ads. And whilst all this is going on, Windlord Mel'Jarrak will be casting a Whirling Blade. He'll stop, he'll face a direction, he'll throw his sword out like an Australian boomerang, it will go out, it will come straight back, and it will do quite a bit of damage on its way, so you need to be not in the way of that. Every time, now all the ads in each individual group have a shared health pool, so damaging 1 Battle Mender damages them all. But when a group dies, the boss stops letting you CC so many ads and will get an increase in damage and attack speed by 50%. Because he doesn't hit very hard now, but every mob that dies, he gets 50% increased damage. So, but when when the first group of mobs dies, he stops letting you CC 4 mobs and he only lets you CC 2. Now the way we had it, because we had 2 Battle Menders CC'd and 1 Blade Master and 1 Amber Trapper, when the Battle Menders died, he only let us CC 2, but because we only had 2 CC'd, that was fine, it didn't make a problem. Now when the next set of groups dies, he won't let you CC any, and so the last set of groups will all come at you together. So ideally you want to have them all really low, and then just pick them off one by one. Get them really low together, and then just finish them off. Now this is phase 2. This happens when all the ads are dead. He will continue to cast Whirling Blade, where he throws his sword out like a boomerang, but because he's now got 150% increased damage, it's going to hit like a shit ton brick. So it's very easy to avoid. He turns, he faces, he casts it, and then it comes out. You've got so much time to avoid it. If you get hit by this, you are just plain dog shit, because it is so easy to avoid. Secondly, he will cast these wind bombs. They look like little funny totem square things on the floor, but they are bombs. Do not stand inside the circle. They are probably the worst thing you could possibly do in this fight, because it does so much damage. I think it hits everybody for like 300,000 damage or something like that. It's really bad. And the last thing he does is Rain of Blades. Now, this you need to group up for, because it needs such intensive healing. Here it is, Rain of Blades now, and it is so much damage. 45k on every person, pretty much every half a second, I think, by the looks of that. So you really need to use every possible cooldown you can have. You really have to coordinate that properly to survive through that, because that is what is going to hurt. Now this phase 2, in my opinion, is really easy. Well, for a DPS, anyway. Dodge the Whirling Blades, dodge the Wind Bombs, group up for Rain Blades, and just DPS him down. There is a Berserk timer, but it's really soft in range. I mean, he gets big and red and he does more damage, but it's not really going to be, you know, end of the game. You can survive a little bit. You could probably survive until the next Rain of Blades in Berserk, but I don't think you'll hit it, to be honest with you. So we were really slow moving in there. The timers at the minute for us anyway are proper fucked. Like, sometimes it comes 10 seconds early, sometimes it didn't. I think it's just because the timers aren't quite there yet. But this part, you need to be careful where you place your wind bombs, just because you'll simply run out of space otherwise if you take too long. But this phase is really straightforward. If nobody makes a mistake, it will die, no problem. There's very little going on here at one time for it to be a threat. You get, don't know, second, 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds to move out of the bomb before they arm. So you really have plenty of time to move out of that. Triggering a bomb, there's just no excuse for it. If anybody triggers it, don't accept it. It's just rubbish. It's just unnecessary damage, which will basically wipe the raid. We had somebody trigger a bomb when we were on 3%, and we wiped at 3% because some idiot triggered a bomb. Just don't do it. They're very easy to see.
Beware.
There's Whirling Blade. Very easy to avoid. Don't get hit by it. Berserk in 30 seconds. I can't remember whether we killed him before or not, so you might get to see it. Now you want to be careful not to do what I did here. You don't want to cut yourself off from the rest of the raid, because look, I'm way too far out now to get in for healing through Rain of Blades. So when we get there, I'm well too low. It's too late. I'm dead. Simple as that. So be very careful where you are in relation to the raid when Rain of Blades is coming. Make sure you're close enough that you can heal. So look, he has... No, not yet. He's berserking... Ah, he's dead. Never mind. But anyway, good luck and have fun.